Dude, he had a stroke. He had a stroke. That's why he looks like that.
Wait. Bieber had a stroke?
He had something like that. It's his face palsied.
He got palsied up, but that was probably the fucking vaccine. Palsied his ass.
RFK said this week that people shouldn't take medical advice from him. He's the head of Health and Human Services.
Well, I wouldn't take medical advice from Justin Bieber either.
You hear about the new attorney, not attorney general, she's awful too, but the new surgeon general.
No, I don't know.
Not a physician at all.
There's just incompetency all over the place.
That's what you need. You need an outside voice to go.
I looked it up throughout history. How many surgeon generals have we had who weren't physicians of some kind? It's only happened a couple times. It was always seemingly when someone had either died or been fired, and the deputy surgeon general had to step up. We had a veterinarian in like the early 2000s, maybe something like that, and I think there was also a nurse, maybe a couple years after that, also in the 2000s. This person is like a holistic healer who's that RFK picked, and they asked Trump like, "Hey, your surgeon general isn't a practicing physician and didn't pass medical school. What's up with that?" He's like, "I don't know that person. RFK loves her though. He says she's great."
And wasn't she convicted of practicing without a license? Or am I conflating different Trumpers?
Who knows? I didn't know that.
Are any of them practicing physicians? Because that seems weird to like be a surgeon general and also be like, "Mr. President, I'll get to you, but I have an appointment at 10.
Well, obviously you like move on after you become the surgeon general, but like this person has never been a practicing physician. They have never.
Yeah, but how effective is her juju?
I hear it's pretty good. She's got some cucumber water. It'll take a wart right off your hand. It'll take a wart right off your hand, you know. And she does this rain dance. It doesn't rain or anything, but it's pretty cool to watch.
Is she like telling me to put oregano oil on my eyebrows to thin them out or something like that? Whatever I need to thin my eyes.
It's wild how incompetent the Trump administration appointees are in particular. I understand picking Linda McMahon, for example, for education because he wants to destroy the Department of Education. So of course, put someone who ran WWE in there.
Pick some fucking goober.
That's funny to me because like fuck the Department of Education, turn it back to the states. I actually like that. Clearly, it's not working the way it is. You know, I don't think you can throw money at this problem. Let's put it in the hands of the state and give them their like chunk of the money and see if they can do any better. Because it ain't working right now. We're like 50th in everything at best. So, but when I see like, I mean, RFK swam in a sewage creek this week, Woody.
I saw that.
RFK swam in a sewage creek where people are literally disallowed from swimming. He took his children.
People say it's sewage, but in fact, it has a lot of benefits that being told to you by the. Shut the fuck up!
My flora and fauna has never been better.
I got
in my mangina.
Drinking sewage water. Dude, I swear to God, a translator. Get a fucking translator.
They took
this doesn't look as horrible as I was imagining.
Yeah, but it's they test it and it's sewage water and you're not allowed to swim in it and you're not allowed to eat the fish you catch in it. It's like
I get that, Woody, but I was imagining something funnier.
Okay.
It's like it's always sunny when they walk past
those, like Mr. Burns, like 3-eyed fish lakes is what I was hoping for.
That's as close as you can get to one. Like it's like it's always sunny when they're on the Jersey beach. And there's a sign that has all these warnings for how filthy the water is. And like, what's that about? A bunch of liberal bullshit. Don't worry about that. And that's what RFK did.
Yeah.
Like, he's like,
trash.
They're like, Daddy, why does this sign say there are high levels of bacteria and feces? That's a bunch of liberal bullshit, honey.
Because they used to dump the trash in there. When we first moved there, they dumped the trash. I remember I went to high school. Kid had a rash all over his face from swimming in the ocean. He had a bacterial infection.
Oh, so he went to a dirty area that you wouldn't have gone to?
That's what it was. Wildwood. So Wildwood apparently sticks out farther into the ocean than Ocean City did. It's kind of like curved in. So he swam there, and they always had bacterial issues when we first moved there, and the beaches would close, and he kind of had that. No, he's a child. He's not calling it liberal bullshit, but he was like, yeah, you know, they worry about everything. And then he got sick.
I swam in filthy water as a kid, like on the farm. Like I would swim in, like we had 2 fish ponds and one of them was like, there was definitely too much cow shit in that pond to get in there. And I definitely swallowed some of it. Never had
a fish pond on a farm is dirtier than what fucking RFK was swimming in. I've seen enough fish ponds on farms. That shit's
the water
rank.
looked like chocolate milk.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're lucky you didn't lose an eye.
I never bothered me. Never had any issues as a kid. I'd be all up in there, walking barefoot in there, like squishy mud on the bottom. Just didn't care. Now I think about it. I'm like, what were you doing? I wouldn't do that now. Like me as a grown man, I'd be scared to walk into that water that I was just going to town in when I was 7.
To be like a high level government official, you have access to nice creeks, and you're like, nah, bitch, I'm swimming here in this filthy one.
And then Christy Nome, I think her name is. She's the one that cosplays and wears like a full face of makeup, and her hair did while she's like catching illegals wearing a flak jacket and carrying around a machine gun or whatever. They had her before Congress, and they're just trying to get her to say, hey, this picture of this Kilmar Garcia guy, those numbers and letters in Times New Roman, you realize that those aren't tattoos, right? And she just won't answer the question. She dances around it.
Like 2 minutes long.
He's like, I have a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a bullshit detector. And I'm going to tell you, none of them would have it. And it just, she dances and dances, and he cannot get her to just say, well, yeah, clearly he doesn't have Times New Roman tattoos. She won't say it. It's
dude, the city has banned swimming in this creek for like 50 years. And so it's not like a new, like, hey, we just found out there's some gross poo in this creek. Like, no, it's been a half century, and he's like, it's time to enjoy a nice Saturday.